And it's interesting because your best friend, too, worked in the healthcare field, so much
Yes.
so that he went on to get his certification to test when it came for HIV.
Yes.
And this was actually a pivotal point in your story because had this man not gone on to get, his certification or want to get his certification, you probably would
I
have
would have
never
never
even
known
gotten tested.
because he was doing he needed 20 people to get his certification, and he was like, best friend, I need like 5 more people. Can you come test? Can you come get tested? I'm like, sure, you my best friend. You trying to better yourself, of course.
Yeah.
And so I never forget he was with what is called Miracle of Love.
Yes, shout out to the Stafford House.
Yeah, he was with the staff house on West Colonia, and I went in January 4th, 2020, and I got tested. Mind you, October 2019, or October 2019, I was just tested. I was fine because once I got out of prison and started living recklessly, like somebody was like, you just need just stay tested. Every 3 months, go get tested. So like that 2019 September, October, I had just got tested, negative, non-reactive. So I'm like, okay, cool. And Jerry, I'm going just for you. And in my head, like, I know I'm good, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
Get tested. I never forget Angel. Shout out to Angel for Miracle Love. Like, you came back positive. I'm like, what? Nah, ain't no way. Because I just got tested. I was negative. So we did it again. Those 2 lines popped back up. I tested positive January 4th, 2020.
What happens after you get your positive HIV test?
I leave. They try to stop me, but I leave because all I could think is about, honestly, I wasn't even thinking about trying to go kill nobody. I was actually thinking about killing myself. Yeah.
So I know that had to be a hard diagnosis. A lot of people you hear before they get diagnosed with HIV, you hear of a bunch of symptoms or a bunch of sicknesses. Did you have any symptoms or were you sick?
Nothing.
None at all.
I had nothing. And that's what, because I always knew like people that had HIV or AIDS, you had symptoms or you could tell.
Yeah.
I've been in prison for 16 and a half years. I don't know if he's still alive, but Tracy, like, everybody knew Tracy in prison, okay, had HIV. You know what I'm saying? You're skinny, your skin is ashy and all this, so it's just like, I didn't feel it, I didn't look like it or whatever. I felt good. I looked good. So when I kind of found out that I did have it, it was like, okay, my life is over. Because I know in prison, like, if you have HIV, you have a death sentence.
Yeah.
Because they don't, for one, they don't really care. And they don't have the medication that's here, that's on the streets, that they don't have it in prison because it costs more for them in prison. So they give you the least medication they could get to help. So it's just like, that's how I was thinking. Because I wasn't into PrEP and I didn't know about all these other medications. So it's just like, I thought, yeah, my life is over with.
Were you dating anybody at the time? Who you were obviously sexually active with? So that means that you had to go have a conversation with him. How did that go?
It's one of the hardest things I had to do since I've been out of prison. It's because, like, me and him, we've been through so much at the time, struggling financially wise. Like, we was working through a temp service, making $60 a day just to get by. And, like, I ain't gonna lie, I loved him because I knew he loved me. And it's just like, I gotta go home and tell you, you probably got HIV from me. And I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I went home or whatever, directly home, and I told him, like, listen, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you need to go to get tested. Because I just found out that I had HIV. And he went, got tested, found out he had HIV. And what I didn't know is, like, when you find out, when you get when you find out that you're positive, by law, whoever did the test, they have to report to the health department. So here I am thinking about committing suicide, and one day I get a knock on the door or whatever, because I was renting a room. We was renting a room, so it was a knock on the door, and something happened. I heard it, and I opened the door like yes or whatever, and I never forget it was Miss Matthews and this other guy from Orlando Health Clinic. It's like can't nobody say my first name, so this shit like it's Antoine Bird here. I'm like, you mean Antoine? She like, yes. I'm like, that's me. Can we come and talk to you or whatever? And because where I was staying at, it was in the hood in Pine Hills, and it's like it was a rooming house. Like everybody here rented a room, so unless it's your room, people didn't keep up with the living room. So I'm like, nah. I step outside. So she's like, oh, we're from the health department. By law, that's when I found out by law they had to tell them. And it's like, listen, we want to get you treated. We want to start your treatment. And that's when she was like, listen here. She like, first she asked me like, how are you? I'm like, what you mean? She like, how are you mentally? How are you? She like, do you think about committing suicide? I like, I am going to commit suicide. And that's when she's like, no, you don't have to. And the guy was like, listen, your life is not over with. Listen, come talk to us.
Right.
And I talked to them, and it's like, we got medication that get you undetectable within 6 months. So even though I did try to commit suicide further down the line or whatever, but I did go. And that week, I found out. That week, when they came, I went and got my treatment started.
How did he react to knowing that you were HIV positive and you gave it to him?
Actually, he was calm.
Okay.
The only thing he said is like, I did not see my life turn out like this. That's the only thing he said. But he was calm. Like unless he cried when I wasn't around, but other than that, when I was around, he was calm. He wasn't, he never said he hate me or whatever. And even after we stopped talking, I asked like, do you blame me? Do you hate me? Like, I don't hate you. Like, I don't hate you. He like, it's part of the lifestyle we live. And he like, I don't hate you. Do I wish I had it? Like, no, but like, no, I don't hate you. So yeah.
Do you know how you contracted HIV?
Actually, I do. I know the person. He don't know I know, but I do know the person. I had a guy I was called my brother named Travis, and one day I was at Travis' house and he was there. And like me and Travis, we done had 3 systems together. We done did parties together, and I told Travis like, he looked good or whatever. And long story short, Travis like, yeah. And then one day, I don't know how he got my phone number, but he hit me up like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. Like, come through. Come over. I'm like, okay, cool. And because between that time in 2019, he was the only person I had. But after I got tested and found out I was non-reactive in September, October 2019, until January, he was the only one I had sex with. Or whatever. So I just got tested in September, October. I was negative. I had sex with you. You was the only person I had sex with. And then come January,
you positive.
I'm positive. And then how I knew he gave it to me, because even after we had sex and I was talking to Travis, Travis was like, oh, yeah, you know he got HIV.
After
Yes.
you had sex with him, he told you.
And I'm like, in my head, it's like, if you knew this, why you didn't? Because Travis knew, I'm not going to lie, Travis knew I was out there.
Yeah.
Because Travis was out there.
Right.
And he's just like, if you my so-called brother, like, why didn't you say this before, knowing there's a good chance me and this dude would have had sex?
Right.
So, yes, that's how I found out.